Well, I'm out here, but I'm not out here to make knives. I gotta figure out a way to get this ring off my hand. I do not know. I never should have put it back on. And I do not know why my fingers and knuckles are swollen up so bad. I still can't close my hand any more than that. I got no idea what's going on. Anyway, I got to get that ring off. So what I'm going to do is I have a Dremel, and here's the end of it. I'm going to put it right in here, and then I'm going to try to cut this off. And I have some water that, you know, when it gets hot, and it will, I'll spritz it down with some water. So I'll put you there and let you watch. And for a month, my TV's been on. I don't know why. And we've had electricity go off several times, so maybe that's why. I don't know. So let me get this set up. Okay, let's see how this is gonna work. Oh yeah, and I got kicked off Facebook for a couple of days because cart narc. You ever heard of that douchebag? You know, it's one thing to say, hey, why don't you put your cart away? But it's another thing to completely harass people over and over and over every single day. And I left a comment saying, I sure would like to see the video where cart narc gets shot in his chest. And Facebook didn't like that. But it's okay to harass people. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try again. Well, you feel that the incident gets hot. Go away, baby. Don't get over here. Thank you, Jesus. Good Lord. That's how much my finger has swelled. And this one is the one that's causing me the most problems. This one, I can still bend it mostly. And this one, that's about it. And it's, right now, these two fingers are the only two I got that work good on that hand. Don't know why. So, I'm either going to have to live with my hands all swelled up like this and have my ring resized, or figure out why my hands are so screwed up that I can't even close my fingers. I've been tested for rheumatoid arthritis and I don't have it, so I suspect it may be osteoarthritis, but we'll see. All right, I got a couple chores to do. I got to go up and check the oil in my generator, and that gas can that I keep for my generator, I got to go get that filled up. And I got to check the oil in both bikes. Look at that face. And then I think I may go up. I have a game camera up at my gate that I think I may move down here. Somebody suggested that. I think it was Old Timer Lee. Move it down here where I feed the feral cat. And that would be some good footage, because she's still reluctant to come eat with me standing there, so I don't get very much footage of her eating. But she sure is a pretty cat, and she's really enjoying my petting. I might be kidding myself. It just might be because she knows that after I pet her a little bit, that she gets food. And believe me, it's just a little bit. But here's what I do to her. I have treats in my hand like that, and I'll pet her side of the face like that, and she pushes her face into my hand like she's enjoying it. So maybe I'm kidding myself, but I think she's enjoying that little bit of contact. And she's learned to trust me that much. So that's a pretty good step for a cat that has never had human hands put on her and lives wherever. And I still am... My wife discovered, I didn't know this thing existed, a pet warming mat. The cat sleeps, let me show you, in there on the seat of the lawnmower. So what I could do is run an extension cord out there and put this pet warming mat on the seat of the lawnmower, and at least she would have some kind of warmth. Sometimes I see her up underneath the trailer. I see her through that. I have another hole on the other end. You know, they got screen over them. She goes in underneath this building. And she has lived under there or around here for, I think this is her 12th year. That is pretty old for a feral cat that's never had any kind of vet work. But she eats good every day. And when I bought this place, I promised the people I bought it from that I would continue to feed that cat. And I have. It's been 4 years now. Alrighty, let me go. Boy, that's a relief to have that off, because I felt like it was cutting my circulation off. Still not any clue why they're so swollen. When I was here the other day, it's been a month now, the last knife I made for a friend of mine that moved from California to Tennessee. And I put a lot of effort into making it as shiny and mirror-like as I possibly could. And that was the last knife I made. And I started noticing that this finger was starting to hurt as bad as this finger. And then all of a sudden, that was it. I cut out 7 little 3-finger knives. And the farthest I've got is they're in that tumbler up on my in my kitchen there. And I tumbled them to see if maybe I could avoid some sanding, and it didn't work. So I'm going to have to sand them. And that is all I've got. So it's been a month or more since I've made a knife. And anyway, that's why. I got a good right hand, and these 2 fingers work. And I'm thinking that I can probably sand as long as I just use these 2 fingers. And I don't go crazy putting a lot of stress in them. So I may come out here. My shoulders are killing me. The wrist on this hand hurts so bad that it keeps me awake. I have no idea why. I'm totally stumped why it would, like, overnight go to hurting to this degree. Now, I've always had trouble with this hand, but I've always, you know, been able to work around the pain that it causes me to use it. But now the pain has gone into this wrist. And that's, you know, what good is that? You can't grip nothing. And my clutch on my motorcycle, I've had to figure out a way to hook my hand over the clutch and pull it against the handlebar. I mean, it's really ridiculous the way I'm having to use the clutch. I have done some research, and they do make a hydraulic clutch that requires 30% less pulling power. And part of the problem is, now I've got big hands, but the clutch lever is like right at the tip of my fingers. It's so far out there that it's hard to get a hold of. And they make a clutch lever that has a much shorter throw, and it brings it closer to the grip. And I may do that and put a different hydraulic clutch on it. It's, you know, expensive, and it's $300 for the clutch, and it's not something I want to do myself because I got to take too many parts off to get to it. And anyway, I'm just talking, so I haven't talked to you for a while. But I'm here, and the reason I'm not doing any videos is because, in all honesty, I got nothing to record. You know, this is where I do my recording, out here. And I haven't done anything. It's been so freaking cold. Oh, I got a leak under here somewhere. I turned the water off before we got the bad weather came through here, the freezing weather. Because the last time it happened, I had a $900 water bill. I didn't know we had a leak way down yonder. And it leaked for 2 days before I know it. And it cost me $900 worth of water. So this time I shut the water off to this trailer. And something underneath the kitchen area is leaking when I turn the water back on. So I'm not even going to begin to try to find where that is until it's warm enough to get underneath the trailer and get all muddy. Okay, that's it for me. Hope y'all have a good Friday. This is my wife's bike. I just want to show you this clutch. Now granted, this is a 88 cubic inch and that's a 110 cubic inch. But this is how much easier, even with bad fingers, I can still pull her clutch in. And I'm using my pinky for most of the levers. I want to show you my bike. I'm not even going to squeeze the clutch because my fingers are sort of, I got to get on the bike, so. First of all, look how far out. I mean, that is ridiculous. Harley, what were you thinking? My fingertips just barely grab it. And I've got pretty big hands. So what I'm having to do is put my fingers around it like this and really pull it back against this using this part of my fingers. So you can only do that, and you got to hang out of this real tight on that side so it doesn't make your steering go crazy. Ridiculous, man. Anyway, all right, I have checked the oil in my bike and my wife's bike, and I know, you're alarmed, gotcha. There's nothing I can do to stop all that noise. I got the key fob in my pocket, and you should hear it when you move this bike just a little bit and you don't have the key fob in your pocket. Believe me, you will get away. Okay, so now I gotta go get gas for my generator up by the house. And then my wife may want to go to town. We got some dog food that it turns out Lucy is allergic to chicken, so we've got a very expensive bag of dog food we're going to bring back to Walmart and get the stuff that she can eat. So there's my day. All right, have a good Friday, y'all. Are you comfortable? You know your butthole's on my leg, right?
Oh.
Come on.
No,
Can you?
It's not. Her other thing is on your leg.
I hope she wiped.
I did clip all the hair there, so it's nice and clean.
Oh, that's
Hair
good.
wise.
Well, anyway, I hope you're comfortable.
She is. She doesn't even know.
We got some bad weather coming, and possible tornadoes. So I want to do the smart thing. Something I didn't do last time. I'm going to plug my generator into the house and turn the carburetor, turn the gas on to the carb. and crank it up once, shut it off, and that way when we do lose power, and we will, all I gotta do is run out here and crank it up and run back in the house. All right, now we're ready. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, let the games begin. Red is bad.